Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. I've mentioned about this in previous videos about house builders potentially crashing, and the UK house builders have been featured in the Guardian today, saying that their shares have fallen in fastest drop in asking prices in 5 years. I don't believe that's the only thing that's going to be causing a drop in the house builder share prices, but let's take a look. Taylor Wimpey led the fallers on the FTSE 100, down 3.5%. Persimmon, Berkeley, and Barratt were down more than 2%. Rightmove itself fell nearly 2%. Rightmove is a kind of listings website for properties. Crest Nicholson was the biggest faller, down 8%, and issued a profit warning. So profit is expected to be down from 74 million to 50 million, which is, whatever that is, quite a large drop in profits. So this is interesting. I did talk about this on the channel. I decided not to put on a short. Annoyingly, I got burnt a little bit from betting on the banks going up. Yeah, so I think, I've mentioned it in previous videos, the logic why I think house builders are going to fall and continue to fall in the second half of this year. And that looks to be pretty likely. If you look at the share prices, I'll pop some up on the screen, how much some of these house builders have fallen in the last week, the last month, the last few months. It looks like it is starting. There's a number of regulations that have been put in place by the UK government that are anti-house building. That has been posted in the various videos I've posted on this YouTube channel. So in July, I mentioned how to short the property market. I talked about it again earlier, the logic of a housing crash in April, and then again earlier on in April. And I also talked about it in February, only 50 viewers, but I talked about shorting the housing market back then as well. Demand is going to fall because of interest rates shooting up and affordability being more difficult from the mortgage end. So I think that overall costs aren't going down to build properties. So I think margins are going to get squeezed because people aren't going to be able to afford these high-priced new builds. So I think it's bad news for the house builders. Am I shorting right now? I've got like a micro position just to monitor the situation. But since some of the news from WhatsApp, like I've had certain contracts here and there, but they were actually all dried up the week that my baby was born. So I'm currently not working. If I had money, I probably would put on a short of the house builders. I would probably look for the ones that had the weakest margins. I remember Berkeley had 20 to 25% margins, but I think there's quite a number of house builders out there that are listed. I wouldn't say right now which ones I would short, because I think Barratt's has a good CEO in David Thomas, and some of the others, Taylor Wimpey, they have fairly priced homes. So it's a judgment call on which ones to short if you're looking at shorting particular house building stocks. Overall, I think they're all going to fall. But yeah, I suppose, in all transparency, when I talk about a prediction, I like to say if it hasn't worked out, and it didn't work out with banks, and I should have been faster to switch my position there and to go short. I was thinking of going short with the banks. Nevertheless, with the house builders, it looks like my posts in January, March, and June have now come true. And even the national press is talking about the house builders. They're always a little bit later than me. In this case, eight months late. But it's reflected in the share prices. So you'd expect some journalists to jump on that. Nevertheless, I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you're interested in looking at my other predictions, I've got a playlist on some of the other predictions I've made. Some of the things I predicted over the last few years. Predictions that came true were on interest rates. I fixed 3 of my mortgages one day before interest rates went up in Q4 of 2021, and they've been going up non-stop. I predicted 5 to 6% interest rates. I predicted that about the same period, and I said to friends, not publicly, but I said to friends, I expected interest rates to be 3 to 4% within a year, and to be the borrowing rate being 5 or 6% within 18 months, and that is exactly what has happened. Also predicted the March 2020 financial crash. Traded some options on that, made 5 figures, which I was happy with. So I'm sometimes correct with predictions. I did predict shares in banks to go up, and they didn't. Nigel Farage had some impact on that. Although on that last bit of the predictions, I think banks putting aside loan losses and money for the loan losses that are likely to come from mortgage defaults will impact banks' earnings over the next few years. So I don't think banks' earnings I don't think bank stocks are going to go up that much. in the foreseeable future. Anyway, if you like predictions like these and you want to hear what I have to say about different things, then make sure to subscribe. Every now and again, I'll come up with something, a pattern or trend that I've spotted that I think could impact public share prices and or index prices or whatever. And there might be an opportunity in the future. My big predictions for this year and next year are house builders falling and automakers, the car manufacturers, falling, either the second half of 2023 or in 2024 and potentially in 2025 as well. I expect production volumes or sales to decrease and profits to go down. They're the two ones I've got at the moment. Obviously, the banks was another one, but I'm canning that because I don't think I think I was wrong on that one. Anyway, guys, hope you've enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think about some of the things I'm saying, and if you'd like me to make a video on something, let me know. Like and subscribe. Remember that knowledge is power, especially our kind of knowledge, and progress is everything. Make sure to check out these upcoming videos, and I'll see you guys in the next upcoming video. Take care.